Hi dear fans, friends and subscribers, welcome to your daily edition, the regular edition of the Cricket Happening Show today with your host Ram. Well, we are definitely heading towards Dubai, where the first T20 international was played today between Australia and Pakistan. As I told in my preview, we had two new captains on either side. One was Shahid Afridi of Pakistan and Arun Finch, the new captain for Australia. Well, it was a match where it was a really full-packed crowd here at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium today, being a public holiday. It was a day-night, as it was a 20-over affair, and this was the start of the tour of the United Arab Emirates for both the countries. Well, it was all Australia were the ones who actually won the toss. So Arun Finch had in fact, Pakistan were the ones who actually won the toss. So Shahid Afridi was the one who won the toss, and he was the one who decided to bat first. But let me tell you, let's just talking about the teams here. In fact, for Australia, they had four people actually making the T20 debut. One was Sean Abbott, the all-rounder, Cameron Boyce, the right-arm leg spinner, Phil Hughes, the batsman, and Kane Richardson, the pace bowler. They were all making debuts. And for Pakistan, Saad Naseem, who did very well in the Champions League T20 tournament, and then he was been very, very impressive in the Champions League T20 tournament, as we all know. And not only that, he definitely merited inclusion. And he's a specialist T20 player, and he was given the nod today. So he was the only person who was actually making his T20 debut, and that was for Pakistan. So we are just talking about this game. Pakistan actually won the toss and decided to bat first. Now the pitch was a bit slow on the side, but one never thought that what happened to Pakistan would have happened, because Pakistan were restricted to 96 for 9 of their 20 overs, and it all started with the first wicket. Maxwell was the one who was the man of the match today, and look at what Maxwell did. He started off the first over. In fact, Maxwell, after seeing the pitch, both the captains felt that the pitch was slow, and that's the precise reason probably Shahid Afridi decided that he will bat first. But let me tell you, in fact, I would say the Australian spinner Glenn Maxwell had other ideas, because what he did is he kept on picking wickets. In fact, he went on to pick 3 wickets pretty quickly. First, he went after Avia Zia, the exciting opener, who was dismissed pretty early, as he was caught by Richardson of bowling Maxwell for 3. Umar Amin was given a real tempter there by Glenn Maxwell, the right-arm off spinner, where Umar Amin tried to go aerial, and he missed it and had it behind the stumps, did the rest. And Shoaib Maqsood was clean bowled by Maxwell for duck. And this was all the result of the ball actually turning right from the time the ball was being delivered. As Maxwell has said, was bowling the second over, and suddenly we saw things happening. The ball was really turning deeply, and really would have got the Pakistan batsmen worried. And then Saad Naseem, the debutant, strode in to join Ahmed Shahzad, who was at the other end. But then Ahmed Shahzad, once Arun Finch saw that Glenn Maxwell is getting some very good returns for his bowling, he didn't waste any time in getting in the rookie Cameron Boyce, right-arm leg spinner, into the mix. And right-arm leg spinner, what a T20 debut for him. The very first over, he got rid of Ahmed Shahzad, who was caught by Finch on the bowling of Boyce for 10 of 20 deliveries with 2 fours, which made the score 33 for 4 for Pakistan. And that was in the 7th over. After that, Umar Akmal walked. Then Kane Richardson was also making his T20 debut. Also had a similar reward as like Cameron Boyce, the right-arm leg spinner, as Umar Akmal was gone, trying to hit a shot which was probably an attacking stroke from him. But David Warner actually picking up the catch of the bowling of Richardson for 1, which made the score 36 for 5, and Pakistan were really sinking at that particular juncture. In came the new captain of Pakistan, the T20 captain, Shahid Afridi. But Shahid Afridi was also a goner. Another debutant coming now to pick up the wicket. He was all-rounder Sean Abbott, who actually had Shahid Afridi groping forward, but he was hit on the pads, and up went the umpire's finger. Shahid Afridi had to walk back to the pavilion. LBW bowled Abbott for 2. 46 for 6 was the score. Anwar Ali came in. The only person who really stood there was Saad Naseem, the debutant, who was looking good, and in the sense he was trying his best to see to it that at least he could ensure that Pakistan would be playing the entire 20 overs. Anwar Ali came in. Anwar Ali came and he made just 5 runs. Cameron Boyce actually picking up his wicket, 5 of 11 balls. Wahab Riaz came in, and the only support that Saad Naseem got was from Wahab Riaz, who made 16 of 20 balls with 1-4. And then finally Mitchell Starc actually got the better of Saad Naseem, as he actually disturbed his furniture for 25 runs. He was the highest scorer. In fact, Saad Naseem on his debut was the highest scorer for Pakistan today on a turning pitch, 25 of 32 deliveries, and absolutely no four. And if you look at the Pakistan card, out of the 96 for 9 that they made of 20 overs, the second highest were the extras with 20. The first highest was Saad Naseem with 25. Wahab Riaz contributed 16 of 20 balls with 1-4. The only wicket taken by James Faulkner, ensuring that everyone who bowled actually got wickets. Only Stephen Smith, who bowled 1 over for 4 runs, didn't get a wicket. Raza Hassan was there today. Raza Hassan was there till the end, not out on 13 of as many balls with 1-4. Mohammad Irfan was not out on 1. And Pakistan innings totally crumbled today. And they didn't. I thought the Dubai crowd would have not really found it to their liking, as Pakistan were kept to 96 for 9 of 20 overs by the Australians. Bowling, as I said, Glenn Maxwell was the man of the match. He started turning the ball right away. 3 overs, no maiden, 3 for 13 for Glenn Maxwell. Mitchell Starc, 4 overs, 1 for 17. Cameron Boyce on his debut as a right-arm leg spinner did a good turn for himself. 4 overs, no maiden, 2 for 10 for him. Kane Richardson also on his debut, 3 overs, no maiden, 1 for 13. They also had one more debut person. He was Sean Abbott, the all-rounder. 3 overs, 1 for 17. He took a very important wicket out of Shahid Afridi, the Pakistan captain. Stephen Smith, as I said, was the only wicketless bowler, bowling 1 over for 4 runs. James Faulkner bowled 2 overs, where he gave away 15 runs but picked up a wicket. So that was the story as far as the Pakistan batting was concerned. So Pakistan were really caught on a turning track, and they really struggled. As I said, Saad Naseem was the highest scorer. As far as Australia were concerned, they were given a score of 97 to chase, and well, it didn't. In fact, they definitely got David Warner, who really hit some good boundaries, but then Aaron Finch, the new captain of Australia, didn't have it his way, as Raza Hassan actually got Finch on the sweep stroke. Finch tried to sweep a delivery, the ball went high up in the air. Mohammad Irfan picked up the catch at fine leg, short fine leg, I suppose. So he was gone, so Finch was gone for 5, and Raza Hassan and Shahid Afridi realizing that there is a lot of things there for the spinners, didn't waste any time in putting Raza Hussain directly into the middle, and Raza Hussain responded by giving his captain the most important wicket, that of the Australian captain Finch, for 5. So that made the score 11 for 1. Walked in Glenn Maxwell. Well, Glenn Maxwell and David Warner were there, and suddenly there was some real injection of runs when both were there at the crease. But they had also to be watchful, as Shahid Afridi was also bowling at that stage, and they were definitely watchful. David Warner, on the other hand, was not letting go any loose opportunity that was presented to him, but he was slamming them for boundaries. Maxwell was finally doing his job, but then Shahid Afridi got him LBW for 17 of 10 balls with 3 fours. The score was 38 for 2. And suddenly one thought that probably Australia were also going to go the Pakistan way, because they started losing 2 quick wickets once more, as Raza Hassan, the spinner, actually picked up the wicket of Stephen Smith for 3 of 6 balls, and then Phil Hughes, after hitting one good boundary, was gone, caught by Sohaib Maqsood on the bowling of Wahab Riaz for 6. And suddenly the Australian innings was, as I said, was looking like going in the same manner as Pakistan, and they were placed at 56 for 4 at that stage. David Warner and Faulkner were in the middle. But after that, that was in the 9th over, and still there was, but again the problem was that they had to actually see off the spinners, and David Warner did that by seeing off Raza Hassan and Shahid Afridi. Once they were off the attack, it was David Warner and Faulkner, especially David Warner, really started using the long handle to good effect, as he slammed some very good sixes. In fact, Wahab Riaz was cleanly lifted into the upper territory for a six, and David Warner was the one who was the savior, and he was the one who actually took them to victory. But the man of the match went to Glenn Maxwell. So David Warner, very watchful, looking at the bowling very carefully, but as I said, any loose opportunity he was not letting them go a-begging, as he was slamming them for boundaries and sixes. And finally, when the match ended in the 14th over, with David Warner really leading the way there with an unbeaten 53 of 39 deliveries, 4 fours and 3 sixes in that knock. Faulkner was not out on 7 of 13 deliveries, and Australia had gone over the line in the 14th over. So 97 for 4, Australia winning the first T20 match on this tour, and this is the only solitary T20 match that was going to be played in Dubai. And so now the first one-day international starts between Australia and Pakistan on Tuesday. So just talking about the bowling figures as far as Pakistan were concerned, Raza Hassan was very impressive with his left arm spinners. He had 2 for 17 of 4. Mohammad Irfan was a bit costly. In fact, one was a bit surprised that Mohammad Irfan got taken for runs, especially David Warner went after him, and Maxwell also stroked him for boundaries. 2 overs for 20 runs. Afridi did what Raza Hassan did. 2 4 overs, no more than 1 for 17 for him. Wahab Riaz 2 overs for 15 with 1 wicket, and then Saad Naseem and Shoaib Maqsood bowling 1 over apiece, getting taken for 12 runs. As I said, Glenn Maxwell was the one who started it all by picking up wickets pretty quickly. In fact, he picked up 3 wickets, as I said, and that was the reason Glenn Maxwell for his bowling was named man of the match. So Australia won the match by 6 wickets at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. So that was something that I wanted to share, and let me see whether because I have some time on my YouTube broadcast, so probably I'll try to see whether I can squeeze in some news, if at all I have any news which is coming up. One news that I can really see is, as you know, West Indies are touring India, as you know, and just talking about that, there is a particular match which has happened, so I'm going to have a brief look at that and give you the proceedings as to how it went on over there. This is a match between India A and West Indies. So West Indies touring India A. As you know, the first one-day international was actually won by India A, and in fact the second one-day international also going in favor of India A. Just giving you a quick update here on this match between India A and the West Indies, which was played at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai. India A were the ones who actually batted first. They were 282 all out. The feature being the Unmukh Chand, the opener, going on to make 101 runs of 111 balls with 8 fours and 3 sixes, 64 from KK Nair, 64 of 63 balls with 4 fours and 4 sixes, and 21 from Murli Vijay at the top. Other than that, Sanju Samson failed with the bat. He was gone for 5. Manoj Tiwari was dismissed for just 7 runs. 20 from Gurkirat Singh of 24 balls with 2 fours. Stuart Binney making 15 of 12 balls with 2 fours. Parvez Rasool was not on 13 on as many balls with 1 4. Sharma making 5. Kulkarni 13. Bumrah was not out for naught. 282 all out. So the West Indies managing to bowl out the India A team for 282. Rampal had 2 for 53 of 9. Jason Holder 1 for 44. Taylor 3 for 51. Kemar Roche had 2 for 55. Blackwood none for 7. Samuels 5 was 38. And Pollard bowling 4 overs for 29 runs and 2 wickets. As far as West Indies were concerned, well, they too had a century, and it was led by the captain Dinesh Ramadan, who went on to make 102 of 102 balls with 10 fours and 3 sixes. It was a good knock from him. But even though Dinesh Ramadin made 102 and 50s coming in from Darren Sammy of 67 balls with 6 fours and 1 6, and Jason Holder also cracking 54 of 42 deliveries with 3 fours and 2 sixes. But even then, the India A actually managed to win this match against the West Indies by 16 runs, and should be a pretty creditable effort from the India A bowlers. Dhaval Kulkarni, 10 overs, 3 maidens, 39 runs and 3 wickets, bowled excellently. Bumrah had 10 overs, 2 maidens, 2 for 43. Binny 10 overs, going for 51 runs. Karan Sharma was very costly. In fact, the West Indian batsmen, especially Darren Sammy and Jason Holder, really giving a real beating to Karan Sharma, the leg spinner, by cracking him for boundaries and sixes. And if his figures really reflect that. 8 overs, 2 for 70. Parvez Rasool was wicketless, 10 overs, 1 maiden, none for 52. KK bowled 2 overs for 8 runs and 1 wicket. But as I said, and looking at the West Indians, the way they have been playing, well, it's not something that they would be wanting, because the India full strength team will be taking on the West Indians. They didn't have a good start. Leon Johnson was out for 7 of 12 balls with 1 4. Blackwood making Jermaine Blackwood opening the innings with Leon Johnson was out for 7 as well of 12 deliveries. 24 from Marlon Samuels with 33 balls with 3 fours and 1 6. Kieran Pollard failed to the bat, out for 9 of 17 deliveries with 1 6. And then the tail-enders, Taylor, Rampal. Taylor was dismissed for 5, and then it was Rampal and Holder going for ducks. Rampal was out for a duck, and Williams was not on a knot. But then West Indians were restricted to 266 for 9 by the India A team, who actually won this match by 16 runs, and now they have won 2 matches against the West Indies. And as I said, West Indies have to really get some quick going here, because they would be facing the senior India side now in the one-day internationals, as you all know. Well, dear fans, friends and subscribers, that really brings an end to my Sunday cricket happening show. Well, other than that, I don't have anything else to say. I'll be there as usual with my regular cricket happening show tomorrow. Until then, it's goodbye. Thank you.